Hi everyone, I'm Dr. M, and some people have been asking me to make a tutorial on how to do the Void Warp, the trick where you skip the tower collapse in Ocarina of Time as a child. And I've been promising to make this tutorial for a while, so I guess it's time that I do it. I want to start by saying that this is very, very difficult, so if you don't get this right away, or if it takes you a long time to learn how to do this, don't feel bad, because this is very, very difficult. I would actually say that if you're new to speedrunning this game, or maybe if you don't have a PB that's super good, you should not bother doing this. But if you have if you can speedrun this game in like 22 minutes with the old route while going down the tower as normal, then maybe you want to look into this to see if you can save some more time. But if you're new to this, just do it the normal way and don't bother with this until later. You can try it out. It's always fun to try new stuff. But like I said, this is very difficult, and it's going to be really frustrating to get it in a run the first time. Okay, so how this trick works is you're going to want to clip through this wall over here, and you want to hit a loading zone, like way in there, and you want to hit that at the same time as you sort of void out by falling down the tower. And that can be pretty difficult. In order to clip through the wall, you need to go super fast, and the only way of doing that in this run is by getting a super slide off of a falling rock. Now, this kind of super slide is called a HES, a hyper extended super slide, and it's a frame perfect trick, and the rocks are randomly generated, so just getting that is pretty difficult. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to look for the shadows of the falling rocks on the ground here, and when you see that a rock is about to fall somewhere, like in a good place, you sort of aim for it and do a roll. And it's important that while you're doing the roll, you need to hold ESS position on your control stick. I'm gonna assume that you know what that is if you're attempting this trick. How I do it is I hold the ESS position to the right while doing the roll. Okay, so a rock is falling here. I might have done the roll poorly here, but what I do, this makes it easier for me at least. I just start doing the roll, and then I pause immediately to find ESS position on the control stick, and then I unpause. And then you want to sort of pause buffer till you get this frame here. I'm gonna try to show it more in depth, but basically the frame you're looking for is after Link stands up and he takes damage from the rock, he sort of makes a really quick, like almost a jerky movement forward into the rock. Okay, so now you need to hold R for the shield. That makes it so when you unpause, Link is immediately gonna hold his shield. You also want to hit Z target, and you can't be holding that while in pause and then just unpause. You need to push Z during unpause lag. So this is what that looks like. Okay, that gave me this sort of super slide thing off of that rock. Okay, now you want to let go of shield, and you want to tap Z to target Zelda here to get into the corner that you want to flip through. It looks like this. Okay, now you're in that corner. What you want to do now is you want to release Z and shift from ESS position right to holding ESS position left. And then you pause buffer you want to pass one frame, exactly one frame, no more, without any targets, so that you release the target on Zelda for one frame. Okay, so, and while doing this you need to hold the ESS position left. And it can be easy to drop ESS position while pause buffering, so don't be frustrated if that happens a couple of times. Okay, so that's gonna look like this. Okay, so that was one frame without pause buffering, without targeting Zelda. When I unpause now again, I'm gonna hold Z during unpause lag. Okay? And then I'm gonna target Zelda again. Okay, that makes me move a little bit to the right. And then there is this, there's a 4-frame window to get the clip. And how to tell if you get the right frame or not is not that difficult. You look at like the blue arrow things around Zelda, you know, the target, the spinning target thing. And the one that was sort of like 9 o'clock when you retargeted her, you're gonna watch that sort of spin down to about 6 o'clock. I paused a little bit early now, so I'm gonna buffer a couple of frames. Okay, now you see the blue arrow that was originally like about 9 o'clock when I paused is now kind of 6 o'clock. I'm pretty sure that this frame will work, but it will also work if it goes a little bit past 6 o'clock, like this. Like that. That will definitely work. Okay, so what you do now is you let go of Z and you change ESS position again to right or maybe a little bit down right. And then you just unpause and you're gonna get the clip, okay? It looks like this. Okay, so now before the screen turns black, you're gonna hold right on your control stick, and when Link starts to scream, you slash your sword and you hold forward on the control stick. Okay, and that makes you hit this sort of invisible ground here. Now the next step is to sort of get out of this invisible place and to where you want to be. This can be a bit annoying. I'm sure there's faster ways of doing this, but this is the way, like, this is the only way I know how. I turn right here and face this way, and then I do 4 side-ups to the left. Like that. Then I turn right again and do 4 more side-ups. And then I just back walk. And that makes me get out of the tower like this. Okay, now you just run up and kill Ganon. Alright, so that was an earful. It's really hard to explain this, and it's a really complicated trick. But I'm gonna attempt to explain a little bit more about how this might go wrong, and a little more in depth on how to find the frame to get the Hess, and so on. Okay, one thing you need to know is that you need a bit of health in order to do this. When you get the void warp, when you click out the door and into, you know, the void when you fall down, that's gonna take 1 heart away from you. And when you land on the invisible floor down there, that's also gonna take another heart. So you're gonna need to have at least 2.5 hearts of health in order to pull this off. And if you get unlucky and you get hit by a rock, that takes half a heart away from you. So maybe if you're doing this for the first time, just trying to get it in a run, it might be a good idea to get the heart container in Gohma's room to make this a little bit easier for you. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you again how to get the frame for the Hess. So let's look for a falling rock here. Okay, that's not a good one. Okay, this might be good. I might have rolled a bit early, but I guess we'll see. So I pause immediately to find ESS position on my control stick, so I hold the ESS position when I roll into the rock. Okay, and I got a bit unlucky there. The rock bounced away into the wall. That happens sometimes. The rocks are random and the way they bounce is random. So that might happen sometimes. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. Okay, now you see Link is standing up. The next frame will be the correct frame. You will see Link do this kind of slidey, jerky movement forwards here. Like that. So this is the correct frame. This is when you buffer in shield and Z target. Like that. And you get the slide. Okay. The slide will not work if you go far enough into the rock. You might actually pass the rock so you don't shield it. That means you did the roll incorrectly, or maybe the rock bounced in a bad way, you got unlucky. Sometimes you get a really small rock and it's hard to do. So if you go past the rock, I guess I can show you what that looks like. That's what's going wrong. That means you wasn't able to... Okay, I'm actually gonna get the slide there again, so... Yeah, okay. I'm not able to do this incorrectly. Obviously this should probably be it. Yeah, look at this. That makes me do this forward slide. Okay, timing your roll wrong might also make you fail this. Okay. If you take damage from the rock during the roll, it means you timed it wrong and you're not going to get the slide. Okay, so let's try to get this again. Okay, the rock bounced away to the side there. As you see, this might be a little bit frustrating when you try to get this in a run, because the rocks are random and sometimes they just don't want to let you get it. Okay, so now I'm in the corner here. Now, if this happens, like, let's see, if this happens, you shoot all the way across to the right side there. That means you held too far left. You did not hold the ESS position correctly. So if that happens, you're pretty much fucked. There's nothing you can do about that. You need to just try it over again. Okay, this time I just went past the rock. Or I did the roll incorrectly, I don't know. Okay. And another really important thing is you don't want to go too close to Zelda. If you do, Zelda will open the bars and go away, and Zelda needs to be there since you need to target her. You want to pay attention to what sort of angle you're getting from the rock when you're getting the super slide, because if you get it into Zelda, she's gonna leave and you're gonna be fucked. So pay attention to that. Okay, now if this happens, like this, that means you messed up ESS position while getting the clip. If you sort of just slide into the wall here, but not go through it, that means you messed up ESS position the very last time there, and you're just gonna have to try it again. Okay, I guess I can show you this as well. If this happens... like that, you bounce away from the rock. That means you messed up ESS position while rolling into the rock. You did not hold the ESS position correctly. And if that happens, you're gonna just have to try it again. Okay, I don't know what else to say about this actually. It's very difficult. I'm sure there's more stuff for me to explain. But if you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to clarify. Like, this is a complicated trick and there's a lot of things that can go wrong with it, so it's really hard to cover everything. But please let me know if there's any questions, and thanks for watching and good luck getting the tower collapse kit.